Suhas Tuljapurkar is now joining us. What do you make of this exclusive story that we are breaking about the latest in the Chanda Kochhar case?
No, I'm sorry, I just missed out on that.
Right. So we've picked up from our sources within the ED that they'll widen the scope of investigation for Chanda Kochhar's case. They are looking into 4 to 5 more cases regarding the quid pro quo cases, and they still continue to look forward for more questioning with the Kochhars. What do you make of this?
See, fundamentally, I think the ED is investigating offences under PML, Prevention of Money Laundering Act. In the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, there has to be a predicate offence made out. The predicate offence in this case has been made out based on the FIR filed by CBI. So, enlarging the scope would predominantly be from the point of view of trying to understand where the money trail is and how the money trail is going. So the predicate offence will continue to remain based on what is there in CBI FIR. That only CBI has a right to enlarge the scope, if at all there is a case made out for enlargement of the scope. However, from the Enforcement Directorate perspective, I think the money trail is what they are concerned about, and wherever the money trail goes is where they would probably follow it. So the predicate offence will continue to remain what it is in the CBI FIR.
Hi, so this is Nantara Rai joining in from the New Delhi studio. I take your point that, expanding the probe would seem logical. But, I also want to ask and get a sense from you on the impact all of this is going to have on the banking landscape and the credit offtake that you also see in one of India's largest banks, ICICI Bank. Do you see an impact on that? Of course, what is done must be done. The way, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said, the investigative agencies must, like Arjun, have their eye on the target. But having said that, do you see a wide impact on credit offtake and the banking landscape as well? The reason I also ask you this is, it's a harsh reality. India Inc., bankers, it's all one cozy club. Everyone knows everyone. And, this is one of the defenses that we've heard when these allegations are raised, that just because I know someone doesn't mean I have favored someone.
No, I'll see, my take, and purely as a lawyer, I would look at it to say that if these are the incidences, they need to be looked at as isolated incidences where things have gone awry or where there are allegations today. So I don't think the entire banking sector per se becomes vulnerable because of these issues. There may be issues, and the larger issue is actually the NPA and various NPAs, and not really the frauds within the banking sector, including if there are isolated incidences, and we know that there are isolated incidents. That's why you have a fraud monitoring committees set up, even including by the regulators. So just because there are some rogue elements or just because there are some allegations of the fraud, it wouldn't be in the fitness of the things to say that the entire banking industry becomes vulnerable. I think, therefore, in order to mature this position, whatever it takes to restore the confidence and confidence-building measures are already being taken by the So,
Okay, so as we got you on a bad connection, perils of live television, what can we do about bad mobile network? But the point that Suhas was making was that investigative agencies must look at these as isolated cases, and therefore the banking landscape from the market's perspective, from the economy's perspective,